Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is a very important day. I've been looking forward to this day for a few weeks now. And that day is, I'm doing a seed haul. Just a little bit about my garden quickly before we get started. I'm a patio gardener. I have a small area outside. It's 12 feet by 20 feet. I did the math, it's 240 square feet. I don't use it all for gardening. I've got, a patio set, a barbecue, a table. I mean, if it was up to me, I'd have raised beds everywhere, but for now I have 2 raised beds. The rest of my gardening I do in pots, and I have a ladder planter against the building, and then there's some hedges along the outskirts of the patio, and in those there's a little bit of space for some dirt, so I do some flowers and things in those beds usually, and I'm in zone 8B. Right now it's February 11th, and my last frost date is coming up. It's March 28th. I also have access to a small community garden plot. It's probably only like 3 feet by 2 feet. If you like seed hauls, which I've been watching a ton of them over the last 2 weeks, grab your tea and let me talk you through what I'm going to be growing this year. This is my 3rd season growing in my garden, and every year it just is so different, and I spend so much time just dreaming about what I'm going to grow in what pots and how much I can possibly fit. I love growing food, but this year I've got the flower bug. I feel like the flowers just brought me so much joy last year. So this came in the mail today. This is from West Coast Seeds. West Coast Seeds is a British Columbia based seed provider. I've heard amazing things about them. I have grown some of their stuff before. Come on, I need in. Okay, I got the invoice off. Oh, I'm so excited. Why am I so excited about seeds? It's just so funny. Oh my gosh, wow. Okay, they really pack them in there, guys. Maybe I will organize these into piles. Oh, okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of seeds for one little pet. Holy, are you kidding me? What was I thinking? Let's talk about, we're gonna do like the cold crops first, because that's what I'm really like gearing up to do. Okay, so kale. This one is called Vates Blue Scots Curled. Please, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. This is a slow bolting Scottish kale, especially tender after light frost. That's good. It's a 50 to 80 days variety. Next, we've got radishes. I'm doing 2 different varieties of radishes. These are the French breakfast. They don't have a photo on the thing, so I'll put a photo up here. French breakfast, I've grown these before. They're delicious. They're like, they're a longer radish, so in a smaller space you can get more yield. These are 25 to 30 days. So I'm gonna direct sow these outside. The next type of radish I got was the Easter egg blend. I love that sound. These are a premium blend of radish. They come in like a variety of colors, white, red, and purple. Easter egg blend, 28 days. I'm gonna plant these out too. Hope I can get a good harvest of those 2 different types of radish. Oh, okay. For carrots, this variety is 75 days, and it's Bolero pelleted. So I'm going with a pelleted seed this time. We'll see how that goes. It's sweet and crunchy. Roots are bright orange. They're 14 centimeters, 5 inches long, slightly tapered, and yeah, so we're gonna try these. Okay, next up in the leafy greens is a romaine lettuce. I went with Arroyo, Arroyo. It is a 65-day variety. I went with this one because it had good reviews, good disease resistance. It's a top choice for spring and fall production. And I love romaine. I love Caesar salad, honestly. The next lettuce I went with was a purple lettuce. Darkness loose leaf lettuce. The leaves of this unique lettuce are incredibly dense and deeply red. Good flavor, good texture, 30 days. It grows best in cool weather, so that's why I'm growing this one for my spring garden. The next green I got was this one. This is a romaine lettuce again. It's called Freckles, and it's got like blood splatters on it, and it's just so cool. It's a 55 to 70 day variety. Next up, Astro Organic Arugula. There's a lot of things I've wanted to grow, and arugula is one of them. And if you don't buy the seeds and grow it yourself, like I've never seen arugula starts in the garden center, so I'm starting it myself. It's a 30 to 40 day variety. Next up, we've got, obviously it wouldn't be a spring garden without spinach. I went with a variety called Seaside Spinach. Actually, funny story, I direct sowed spinach last year in like September, just threw some seeds. Maybe it was August. It's still alive, and now it's really starting to go because it's getting more sun. So I'm just gonna leave that in the garden. It's gonna take off, and I'm gonna add some of this one. So yeah, I'm excited about that. That's a 25-day variety spinach. So that's less than a month. Oh, here's an exciting one. I've never grown this before. This is Swiss chard. This one really caught my eye. It's called peppermint Swiss chard, and it's got these beautiful white and pink stems. I don't think it tastes like peppermint. It's good steamed or sauteed. Oh, make me hungry. It's a 55 to 60 day variety, so again, that's not too long. I've got a few more cool weather crops here. Oh, okay. Cilantro. This is a bolt resisting variety called Santo Long Standing. It doesn't say how long it takes to grow, but yeah, cilantro prefers cool weather, so I'm gonna try and get this going now so that I can have a lot of it for cooking. I really went all in with the cold weather crops. I also find that I can grow lettuce sometimes like into July. Even in August, like it doesn't really bolt, it hasn't bolted for me. I'm also gonna grow some sugar snap peas. Yeah, I've grown these every year. They're super prolific. I get a ton of peas off of them. They love to climb, and they're a 62 to 70 day variety. It's sugar snap peas, that's the variety I'm going with. So, yeah. I am also doing some shelling peas, and they caught my eye because they're called alderman, and some people call them tall telephone. They grow really tall, and I like tall things in my garden. We'll talk about that later when we talk about sunflowers, but anything that grows like 6 to 8 to 15 feet, I'm like, ooh, I like that. I want that. Maybe we will dive into some of my warm weather vegetables before we get into flowers. Let's start with cucumbers. And the first variety of cucumber I bought was called Ishtar. This one caught my eye because I wanted to do a smaller patio snacker kind of cucumber. It came with 25 seeds only, and they were a bit expensive. I can't remember how they were, but the reviews were great. They look delicious. I just want something with like a thin skin that you can just kind of crunch on, you know, like just, yeah. Another variety of cucumber that caught my eye was this one. It's called Crystal Apple. It's a 75-day variety. This is an old heirloom variety, and it first appeared in 1934. I have a few different varieties of cucumbers, so we'll figure out how I'm gonna do that. I also bought cucamelons. Last year, I planted cucamelons from a start that I found at a garden center that kind of carries different types of vegetables. They're not usually, I've never seen them except for last year. I bought them, threw them in the garden kind of late, and oh my goodness, they're delicious. You just pop them in your mouth and they kind of crunch and then pop open like, and they have this lime flavor. They're just so refreshing. They look like mini watermelons, and they have a lot of like water in them, so in the dead of summer they're just like such a refreshing little treat. These are 67 days. I don't know how many of them I'm gonna grow, but I at least want to do like one small trellis of them just for fun. Next, let's get into tomatoes. I only have space for like 2 tomato plants and 2 pepper plants, maybe more. I can shove them in. It's cheaper to buy it from a start and a lot easier, but I want to learn how to grow them, so I bought a few varieties of tomatoes. This one I've heard a bunch of people talking about it. It's called Sunrise Bumblebee, and it's a red tomato with just like these beautiful orange stripes. They're 70-day variety. Sunrise Bumblebee has vivid orange skin streaked with bright gold. They look amazing in salads and have a very sweet flavor and succulent texture. The plants are generous and productive. Great for market growers. The other one I'm growing is called Indigo Rose. And I just think, again, like, grow things that are conversational. How often can you buy black tomatoes? I'm also growing peppers, going along with my little learning experiment. I got 2 varieties of peppers. I wanted to get more, but I just thought I should probably, you know, I don't have much space, so. The first one is called Red Candy Cane. This one says, the elongated pods are sweet at the green stage, or as they ripen to a striped and then solid red. The sweetness increases, 65 days. Start indoors 5 to 8 weeks before last frost. That's now. I'm starting these tonight. Like, I gotta get on that. I bought a heat mat just for these things. The next thing I bought is shishito peppers. And they produced buckets of slender, mild peppers in our field trials. And they kept producing till October, 60 days. So that sounded good to me. If I could get buckets and they produce till October, that's good for small space. I'll let you know how that goes out. What's next? Ooh, this is so fun. Okay, let's do herbs next. I bought this dill, and the reason I bought this dill is because I really want to grow more cut flowers, and this dill is called bouquet dill. So it's dual purpose. First of all, I want to make refrigerator pickles. This grows beautiful flowers. I can use it for pickling. It says very aromatic, distinctive flavor. This brand is different. I got this brand at Home Depot, and I bought it on a whim because I was there. And it's called Mr. Fothergill's. The next herb that I'm gonna do, I did this last year and it was very successful, is basil. I love basil. Basil is my favorite herb because I make pesto. This one was called Dolce Fresca. And it says on the package that it's sweet and fresh. After harvest, it rebounds to its previous tidy shape. The large leaves are among the nicest of Genovese basils. It just sounded good, you know, it won some award. That's good enough for me. Yeah. One of the most exciting things I'm growing this year are dragon tongue bush beans, and I've heard a lot of good things about these, and they just look so incredible. And also, I'm growing another variety of bush bean, Royal Burgundy. They're like a purple bush bean. All right, let's move on to flowers, shall we? Last year, I did all my flowers from starts, except for sunflowers and nasturtiums. I think those are the only two I started from seed. Nasturtiums were a huge hit. They were very good at deterring aphids from my other plant. I feel like I spent a lot of money on flower starts, and I'm just interested in growing them from seed. We have a small community garden plot, and in that garden I'm thinking about growing cut flowers so that we have things for bouquets, because I grew zinnias last year and they were amazing, just picking them and cutting them in bouquets, but I didn't really grow enough of them to make it worth it. So I really wanted to focus on cut flowers for bouquets, also edible flowers, and then there's just a few that I thought were just beautiful. Flowers just really add a lot of color. They bring in the pollinators. They just make it like that warm, inviting environment that you want. Which one am I most excited about? I'm gonna start with zinnias. I chose one variety of zinnia. I wanted to choose them all. I will not lie to you. But they are quite big. Oh, I chose two. I lied. Oh gosh. Zinnias grow quite big, as I've experienced. I didn't know what I was doing last year. I grew zinnias from a start. They just branched out everywhere. They probably got like 4 or 5 feet tall. The first one I bought was Giant Blue Point. They're a 30-inch tall zinnia. They have large double dahlia-like flowers in crimson, lilac, rose, canary, deep red, white, and orange. So I'm just gonna direct sow those. And the second type I've got were these. Oh my, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that. I'm just gonna put it on the screen, but it's basically a cupcake zinnia. These ones say they grow 2-inch wide blood red flowers that appear atop medium green plants that grow 30 inches tall. I just think these are gonna be so beautiful. They're kind of gonna be the basis of our cut flower garden, and then the rest of these flowers will kind of go around them. I bought Cosmos. These are called Snow Puff, and they're a white cosmos. I think white just kind of gives like a bouquet some uniformity. I'm gonna sow these in. It says to sow these indoors 4 to 5 weeks before transplanting, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, I bought these. These are sweet pea seeds. I've wanted to grow sweet peas. Again, last year I couldn't find them in the store, and I think I was too late to start the seeds. Maybe I wasn't, I just was lazy, but this one's called the Cuthbertson Mix. And again, these said they were gonna grow tall, so that's why I bought them, because I have a trellis that I like to put, there's like an empty space between me and my neighbor's patios, and I put a trellis there, and every year I kind of like struggle to figure out what to put on it. I don't know why. But I have this kind of a 5-gallon pot, and I want to grow these in it for spring. I can start these indoors now. It says 6 to 8 weeks before last frost. I have to soak these seeds actually, so I'll do that after I finish this video. It's one of the earliest Spencer varieties to bloom. The long stems are outstanding for cut flowers. Height 6 feet. Perfect for some privacy. So these are gorgeous. The next flower I bought is kind of a weird one, or weird for me because I had never heard of it. It's called a cornflower, and they had one variety at West Coast Seeds. It was called Blue Boy. Apparently, it's not that weird because it says on the package, this familiar annual, which I don't know where I've been. This familiar annual is an excellent cut flower with upright growth, 36 inches, and straight stems. The edible petals look great sprinkled over cakes or fancy drinks. Yeah, deadhead to prolonged bloom time. So those are just, I thought those were just so pretty. I'm obsessed with this color, and actually that'll lead me to my next choice, which is lobelia. I grew lobelia last year from a start, I believe. I gotta start this inside too. 6 to 8 weeks before planting out. That's time to go. I need to calculate how many plants I'm gonna need to fill. I wanna fill the side bed, but I also wanna mix some other things in with it. This next variety actually is what I wanna mix with it, along with a few nasturtiums maybe. So I'll do like 3 different types of flowers in there. I wanna mix in with it these. These are marigolds that I found. They're gold gem. It says, use the vibrant edible blossoms in salads, desserts, and fancy drinks. This bright lemon yellow blooms keep coming until heavy frost. They cascade over the edges of pots and hanging baskets. And then I bought this nasturtium that doesn't go at all, but I'm gonna try and put that in as well. And this nasturtium is from Mr. Fothergill's again, got it at Home Depot. And it's got these like dark green leaves, red flowers, and I just love this. I might mix some of that in, or I bought this variety of nasturtium as well, because I don't want to grow all one thing. I just want to plop these seeds everywhere and just have like different colors and plants popping up everywhere. This nasturtium is called Trailing African Queen, and I might put that there, and then it'll grow over the side and kind of block the cement border on the planter. Okay, the next one is something my dad told me to try, and I'm excited about it because if he says it's good, it's probably good. It's calendula. This mix I bought is called Pacific Beauty Mix. Yellow is one of my favorite colors. It says, this wonderful mix produces semi-double flowers in warm apricot, cream, gold, and shades of yellow. Okay, so I bought 2 different types of morning glories because I don't want to grow just one plant. I want to grow like, probably 4, 2 of each one. The first type of morning glory I bought was Moonflower. Now, this variety is a white morning glory. And it caught my eye because it says, this fast-growing flowering vine produces saucer-sized fragrant white flowers. These open in late afternoon and close by mid-morning. And I chose this morning glory variety because these ones open in the morning and close in the afternoon. And sometimes they can close by 10 a.m. even. So I do get up early, so I will enjoy them. But how cool that you can have, you'll have your colorful flowers in the morning and you'll have your white flowers showing off in the evening. Okay, now let's talk about my favorite thing, sunflowers. Sunflowers and me have an interesting relationship. Last year I planted a sunflower, and I planted something called a mammoth sunflower. And I told my partner this sunflower is going to grow 12 to 13 feet tall. And he was like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. Okay, cool. I planted it, I watched it grow. It grew, I grew 2 of them. The tallest one grew 14 feet tall. It was so exciting for me to watch it grow because you don't know when it's gonna stop growing. It just grows, and then all of a sudden it stops, it flowers. And then you get the height, you get the beautiful big flower. It's yellow, it follows the sun. Oh, they're just so magical. I wish I could grow an entire forest of sunflowers of different varieties, and there are a lot of varieties of sunflowers. Like, you can tell I like sunflowers, right? So I did save some of the seeds from that sunflower, and I thought I'll save the seeds and I'll get those good genetics, and I know it came from a tall flower, so maybe it would grow another tall flower. And I still might plant one of those, but I want to go bigger. I found this today at the garden center and I picked it up. It was $2.99 and it's called Kong. It said on the package tallest variety, so I was like, okay, yeah, I'll take it. The name suggests a mammoth flower head. That's what you will grow from this vigorous tall variety, which produces multiple 10-inch heads all summer long until frost. That's what I love too, is it has multiple flowers at the top, which is different than last year. The golden yellow petals surround a black seed disc and present a dramatic appearance. Okay, they grow 15 feet high with massive heart-shaped leaves. And I bought 2 more varieties of sunflowers. Some of these are gonna go in our little cut flower bed, and some of them I'm gonna sprinkle around, maybe 1 in a pot. And then I was thinking a few in my big raised beds to attract some pollinators, just maybe in the corner. The first one I'll say is this one. This one caught my eye right away. It's called Solar Power. It's got multicolored leaves, orange ombre to yellow. It's just so beautiful. These grow 5.5 feet tall. At one point I was thinking I'll just screw all these vegetables and I'll just grow sunflowers in all my raised beds like a jungle, but I chickened out because I love eating vegetables in the summer. So the next one I got was this one's specifically for the cut garden, Sun-Rich Yellow. These are part of a series. I believe these are a pro cut flower, so these are for cutting. It's like one single stem, single flower. You cut them off and you put them in vases. The blooms are 4 to 6 inches across and they grow to 5 feet. I might plant one of these in a raised bed too, who knows. I've got 3 different types of sunflowers though, so I'm excited about that. Oh my gosh, I think I ran out of seeds to talk about. No. Okay, so I have all these seeds and now you're probably wondering, Jessica, how the heck are you gonna fit all those seeds on a 240 square foot patio garden? Honestly, I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do it yet, but I bought a few pieces of equipment. I'm starting to experiment with growing indoors and I'm gonna share those with you now. I'm gonna do a few more unboxings. So if you were just here for the seeds, that's really all I have to say. Let me get everything sorted out for this unboxing of the equipment. The first thing you're gonna need is some trays. I have 2 different types of tray. This is the first tray. I picked this up at Wisco Seeds. It was, probably cost around $5 for both these. It's the tray and the bottom water tray. This is for starting the lettuce, and I might even start the peppers in here because my dad said they don't need a ton of space right away. I bought these last year. They were great. I got them on Amazon. These are kind of like, is that 2 inches? Yeah, around, I don't want to measure right now. But these trays are great. They're a bit bigger. Great for things that, you might plant from seed and they need to be in the tray a little longer. The great thing about those trays too is they come with a little plastic dome to go on top. The next thing I got this at Home Depot. I have no idea if this brand is any good. Honestly, you should start with seed starting soil. I just want to set myself up for success, so that's why I'm doing this. Quickly too, I just want to talk about something else I got. I've been using this product to amend my raised beds for the last 2 years. It comes recommended by my dad. It's actually a BC company, and it's called Kootenai Biological Soils, and they sell like so many different things, but this product, it grows amazing plants, and if you mix it into your raised beds every year, it sets you up for just like super healthy plants. This soil amendment, it has nitrogen, it has beneficial bacteria, and ton of different just great ingredients to help your plants thrive. And it's called Nature's Pride Veg 6335. And you can order that from Kootenai Biological Soils. Get yourself a big bag because you can top dress throughout the season. You can mix it in at the beginning. Now, let's talk about grow lights. Grow lights, I did a lot of research this year. I don't know a lot about grow lights. I don't know anything about them, but again, I have my dad's experience and he recommended I pick up a couple of Sunblaster lights. I was super tempted to get 4 of them, but I ended up just getting 2 for now, so I have enough for 1 shelf. I got let me show you. I got 2 of these. This is the one I went with. Yes, you can get T5 light bulbs. They're a little bit cheaper. I went with the LED one because I just don't want to have to replace the bulbs. I honestly am lazy and LEDs last a long time. I bought some really affordable just chain link. I'm gonna chain them up so I can lower them and raise them. And yeah, I got 2 of these off Amazon. And then this is something else I got for starting the tomatoes and peppers. Another little unboxing for you. This had mixed reviews. This is a VivoSun seedling mat. This is gonna be great for germinating those warmer weather crops. The peppers and the tomatoes, they really need heat to germinate. Otherwise, it's probably gonna take forever. And I am so impatient. I will check these seedlings every day, I already know. So this is really gonna help. Okay, well, I mean, that's kind of it. Honestly, I don't really have anything else left to talk about. Oh, there's one more thing. This I felt like was necessary. This is a timer. So I just bought a VivoSun programmable timer. It's good for the LED grow lights. You kind of need a timer just to take out the guesswork and just make it efficient and set yourself up for success, guys. These things hopefully will last many years. I can get lots of plants out of them. They're an investment in a hobby. What else? Okay, now what do I want to say to close this video out? What I would suggest you do is, yes, fine, do all your research. But grow the things that excite you. So go on the website, scroll through and read the reviews. The reviews on West Coast Seeds are super useful. Learn about the variety, learn about the different maturity dates. I personally like things that mature a lot faster. I don't grow anything that matures in 100 days. So just learn about what you like, and grow things that you know are gonna do well and be productive, but also grow things that are just beautiful and interesting and experiment, especially in a small space, because no matter what, you're not getting extreme yield. Like, we're not growing like a giant row of tomatoes. So pick a cherry tomato that's interesting to you. The other benefit of buying seeds is you can buy rare things that you can't buy as starts. So I encourage you to just get online. I'll link West Coast Seeds below. I'm super excited about getting my hands back in the dirt again, and I don't even want to stop talking about it because I love it so much. And so happy growing, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.